Welcome to the hidden world of retail psychology, where stores are designed like a psychological playground to make you spend more. Today, we're diving into behavioral economics, the science blending psychology and economics to uncover how retailers nudge your brain. Stick around and I'll share tips to outsmart them. Let's get started. Picture this. You pop into the grocery store for just a loaf of bread, but 20 minutes later, you're at checkout with snacks, a new gadget, and that limited time deal you couldn't resist. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Research shows that 36% of Americans say most of their purchases are unplanned, and up to 89% have splurged on impulse buys.
First, what is behavioral economics? Traditional economics assumes we're all logical robots calculating every purchase perfectly. But Nobel Prize winner Daniel Kahneman showed that's not true. We use mental shortcuts called heuristics, influenced by biases and emotions. In retail, this means decisions are 80% emotional and only 20% rational. Retailers exploit this. Loss aversion makes us hate missing deals more than we love saving money, while anchoring sets a high price benchmark to make sales feel like steals. Why does this work? Our brains evolved to seek rewards and avoid threats, so stores create environments that trigger these instincts. A 2024 Deloitte report found emotionally connected customers have 306% higher lifetime value. But don't worry, this isn't about conspiracy, it's smart business. Understanding it helps you shop mindfully. For example, in supermarkets, 60 to 70% of buys can be impulsive due to these tactics.
Let's start with the store itself. It's no accident if you feel drawn deeper in. Retailers use choice architecture to guide your path. Here's a quick diagram of a typical grocery layout. Upon entering, there's a decompression zone, a spacious area to ease you in, slowing your pace. Fun fact, 90% of us turn right instinctively, so high-margin items go there. Common layouts, the racetrack or loop design circles you around, exposing you to more products and boosting dwell time. Grid layouts, like in supermarkets, place essentials at the back to pull you through temptations. End caps at aisle ends snag 20 to 30% more impulse buys. Sensory tricks amplify this. Warm lighting on premiums, fresh bread scents to spark hunger, and slower music to make you linger, potentially adding 10 to 15% to your bill. Product placement, the golden zone at eye level gets 30 to 50% more attention. Kids items lower down. In a 2024 Decathlon redesign, behavioral grouping, for example by need like desert hiking, cut decision time by 28% and boosted baskets by 19%. These designs aren't just sales boosters, they build satisfaction, turning browsers into buyers.
Now, onto pricing. It's pure psychology. Why does $9.99 feel cheaper than $10? It's charm pricing, exploiting left-digit bias where we anchor on the 9. It's that subconscious pull making bargains pop. Anchoring sets a high reference like was $100, now $70, making the deal irresistible. Your brain latches onto the high number, making the real price feel like a steal. The decoy effect adds a pricier option to steer you toward the mid-tier. Imagine 3 coffees, small $2, medium $4, large $5. Most pick medium, but adding a super large $6 decoy shifts choices upward. Prospect theory explains why we hate losses more than we love gains, so buy one, get one free frames savings as avoiding loss. In uncertain economies, dynamic pricing adjusts to demand, but transparency builds trust. Critics note these exploit flaws, but they can lift sales 10 to 30% ethically if value-focused. Finally, the emotional pulls. Triggers like scarcity, only 2 left. They trigger FOMO, rooted in loss aversion, boosting conversions 21% in tests. Social proof like bestseller or reviews leverages herd mentality. Add to cart rates up 31% with 100 plus bought today. Reciprocity? Free samples create obligation, encouraging buys. Authority uses experts for trust, while exclusivity makes you feel special. Emotions drive it all. Colors like red for urgency, scents for comfort. Other triggers: urgency, sale ends soon, framing, 90% fat-free versus 10% fat, and mere exposure, Repeated ads build liking. Online, personalization amps this with 35% sales uplift. Harvard studies warn over-manipulation can backfire, eroding trust.
So, how do you fight back? Make a list and stick to it. Ignore end caps. Question deals. And pause before checkout. Awareness is your superpower. Everyone falls for these sometimes, but knowledge helps. Retailers innovate, like AI personalization in 2025 trends, but ethical use builds loyalty. Next time, smile at the science. If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and comment your biggest impulse buy below. Thanks for watching. Shop smart.